hello, and a warm welcome to all of you for ODA's YouTube channel. So today we're gonna learn about flowers, its structure and its type. But before moving ahead, I know that most of you are enjoying our crash course, right? So you're enjoying the sessions of crash course and you're learning new concepts and chapters in an easy way. So those of you who have not yet enrolled or who have not yet joined our crash course program, do not wait, grab your seats right away. So basically the class which you're watching right now here at YouTube channel, it's a YouTube session. And if you want to avail an amazing benefits of our ODA class, then you should join to the crash course program. So this program is going to start from coming Monday. It's a 1 week of program where you can learn 3 chapters of maths and 3 chapters of science with super teachers of ODA class. So here at ODA class, we provide dual teacher model. So we're going to provide you a personal mentor teacher who's going to be there with you for the post-class support. Not only that, this mentor teacher is going to help you to solve your homeworks, prepare you for the test, and we also provide books as study material. So all these amazing benefits have been availing by many students. So now you do not wait. Book your seat right now by clicking to the link that is there in the description box. So once you click to the link, you can see enroll now option. Click to that enroll now option and get yourself enrolled to crash course and avail all those amazing benefits with us. So all right, as I said, today we're going to learn about flowers, but before I would like to introduce myself as well. So this is Nayaab. I am science master teacher at ODA class. I have done my masters in biotechnology and I have more than 4 years of teaching experience. So during this 4 years of journey, I have mentored more than 15,000 students like you. And you can be also my student, but the only way is through the crash course program. So today in this session, we're going to learn everything about flowers. We will see what is a flower, what is its internal structure, followed by we'll also learn different types of flowers. Okay? So before moving ahead, I know all of you love typing messages, isn't it? So now type it in the comment section right now. What is this? Come on, students, type it. Tell me what is this? Yes. Okay. It's quite easy, ma'am. It's a flower, isn't it? It's a flower. Yes. So, who produces these flowers? It is the plants. Different plants produce different types of flowers. And these different flowers produce different types of scents, right? In the different seasons. So now, my dear students, you tell me, where do flowers grow? Very easy question, isn't it? Can you all quickly tell me in the comment section, where do flowers grow? Yes, very good. Flowers not only grow in plants, small plants, but they also grow on small bushes, they grow on large trees, and they also grow on small herbs. Now my question to all of you is, we love flower. Any occasion it might be, we prefer using flowers, right? Whether to, whether to give that flower to your friend on the birthday or whether it is about wedding. So whenever I specifically visit a place, okay, or a garden or a park which is full of flowers, I enjoy a lot because flower, I believe flower is the beauty of nature and it always makes me happy and calm. So I relax a lot when I see flowers. But now tell me, my dear students, do you think it is the only job of a flower to serve as a beauty of nature? Or is there any reason behind its beautiness? Can you tell me any specific reason why flowers are so beautiful? Why flowers produce those type of scents, different types of scents? Why do we get attracted towards flower? Any specific reason behind it, or it's just a nature? Come on, you can share your thoughts or views in the comment section. You can go ahead, do that. Okay, great. Take it. I can read few comments. Great. So basically, in this session, we're going to answer to all those questions. Why flower is beautiful? Why do flowers produce different types of scents? And why actually plant produce a flower? The main reason behind plant producing flower is to make seeds. Is to make seeds. You must have heard, isn't it? You must have also seen seeds, right? So what is the use of seeds? These seeds carry future plants, isn't it? Yes or no? So basically, the main intention of a plant to produce a flower is to make seeds. Is to make seeds. Seeds carry future generation. That means to make new plants, isn't it? So plants produce flowers to make seeds. Moving ahead, so these flowers give rise to fruit, isn't it? Flower give rise to fruits. And now these fruits have seeds within it, and these seeds are going to produce new plants. So always remember, flowers are not just present to attract us, or flowers are not just present, ठीक है, to make us happy. Okay, there is a specific reason. So flowers are important because they give rise to a fruit. Fruit carries seeds, and these seeds carry future generation. So basically, plants produce flower for the future. Okay? So this means, my dear students, this means flower, the beautiful flower, is the reproductive organ. What is this? This flower is the reproductive organ in the flowering plants. So that means it carries those reproductive organs which are going to help to make a new plant. Okay? So always remember, this is very important. Whether you write your school exams, okay? Whether you write your school exam, one marker question. This is very much important. It's a one marker question. What is a flower? What are you going to write? You're going to write that flower is a reproductive organ in flowering plants. Simple, easy answer. You got your 1 mark. Okay? So now this flower, okay, has this flower has different parts which we're going to discuss in coming slides. So basically, you can see this flower, and this flower is generally supported by a part of stem, that is called as pedicel. That is called as pedicel. So let me show you another image properly. See, my dear students, this portion is pedicel. So it's a part of a stem. This pedicel is supporting a flower. ठीक है, and now this pedicel has a swollen end, सूजा हुआ end, ठीक है, and that end is called as thalamus. ठीक है, that end is called as thalamus. It is because of these parts of flower, basically, it gets a support like this. ठीक है, it gets a support like this and it can stand properly. Okay, so moving ahead, my dear students, if we see a flower from a far away, or if we just see the flower even from near, we think it's a basic organ or it's a basic part of a plant, and there is nothing, nothing much, fascinating about it. But if you see detailing, if you try to look into the flower, you will find different parts in it. You will find different parts in it. So now we're going to discuss the structure of flower. Basically, we will see what are the different parts of flower. I hope you can see this big structure on the screen. You can also see different names here. It's a label diagram. So now what we'll be doing? We will be discussing each part in detail. Okay. So moving ahead, flower has four main parts. Flower has four main parts. What are those? These main parts are arranged in whorls. You can say in layers on a thalamus. Okay? So this is your pedicel and this is your thalamus, isn't it? So from here, above this thalamus, your whorl starts. Okay? Your flowers start. Different parts of flower starts generating. So basically, there are four main parts of a flower, and those are calyx, corolla, androecium, and Gynoecium. So these are the four main parts. Very, very important for all of you again for your exams. So there are four main parts of flowers. They are calyx, corolla, Androecium and Gynoecium. Always remember. Okay? So now what is this calyx? What is this calyx? It is the outermost whorl. It is the outermost whorl of a flower. The first thing that you will see is the calyx. And this calyx consists of a set of green leaf-like structure. Take a note. It's not a leaf. It's not a leaf. It's a leaf-like structure. And those leaf-like structures are called as sepals. They are called as sepals. So I hope you can see this image properly. And if you see, you will find this green color leaf-like structures and they are called as sepals. Okay? So calyx is the outermost whorl of a flower. It consists of a set of green leaves like structure and those structures are known as sepals. These are whorls of sepals. They are whorls of sepals and basically sepals are modified leaves. Okay? They are modified leaves. So now my dear students, why are these sepals present? Basically, the main function of a sepal is to protect the flower. Is to protect the flower. I hope you can see this bud. This is a rose bud. If you can see, my dear students, here are the sepals, right? The sepals have enclosed that rose bud, right? So it is basically protecting a flower before it blooms. Okay? So what is the main function of a sepal? Sepal is present in the flower to protect the flower. Okay? To protect the flower. And my dear students, there might be 5 or more sepals in a flower. This is the first layer or this is the first part of a flower. Calyx. The group of sepals are called as calyx. Okay? So moving ahead, now let's learn about the second word. The second word is corolla. Okay? It is corolla. And my dear students, this corolla consists of set of brightly colored, okay? These leaf-like structures, those are known as petals. Brightly colored leaf-like structures are petals. Brightly colored, okay, green colored leaf-like structures are known as sepals. So in case of corolla, you will find brightly colored structure that is petal. So this is that part which makes the flower beautiful. It is that petals, it is these petals who attracts us, right? Yes or no? Yes. So if you see any flower, this part will always be colorful. They'll be always brightly colored, right? Why? There is a reason behind it. They are brightly colored so that they can attract, yes, insects towards it. They can attract insects towards it for pollination. For pollination. So basically, this pollination is a step, okay, step how a plants reproduce a new plant through sexual reproduction. Okay, so here you just have to know that these petals are brightly colored. They produce different types of scent. Why? So that they can attract the insects towards it. Okay, and do you know what, my dear students? The very expensive spice, saffron, okay, we say kesar. This is used in every Indian sweet dish and biryani or palau, right? So this saffron comes from an type of crocus flower. It comes from an type of crocus flower. So now we learned the first whorl, that is the outermost one, calyx, that is of sepals, whorls of sepals. So whereas the second whorl is the corolla, which contains petals. Okay? So now it's time to learn the third layer That is the androecium. That is androecium. What is this androecium basically? So this is the third wall of a flower. I hope you can see. Yes. So I hope you can see these yellow structures, these yellow color structures, right? So these yellow structures which are present on a flower are nothing but androecium. What are these? These are androecium. So my dear students, this androecium is a collection of stamens. These are collection of stamens. So basically these structures are what? They are stamen. They are stamen. And now listen to me carefully. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower. What is a stamen? Stamen is a male reproductive part of a flower. Okay? How are you going to remember? With this amazing trick that stamen has men in it. Okay? Men means male. It's a male reproductive part. Okay, so basically always remember androecium is a collection of stamen and stamen is the male reproductive part. So moving ahead, each stamen consists of two structures, consists of two structures or two parts. So this is a stalk-like structure. This one, a stalk-like structure. This is called as filament. This is called as filament. So at the tip of the filament, you will find a bilobe structure that is known as anther. That is known as anther. So this anther and filament is your stamen. So my dear students, why is this anther present? Why is this anther present? I will tell you. So these anthers produce dust-like particles. So whenever you touch a flower, okay, you must have noticed, right? So there will be a yellow powder on your fingers, on the tip of your fingers, isn't it? So that is nothing but pollen grains. Who produces it? Anther. So anther produces dust-like particles called pollen grains, and pollen grains contain male gametes. They contain what? They contain male gametes. When I say gametes, these means they are the reproductive cells. They are the reproductive cells which are going to help in reproduction. Always remember, my dear students, stamen is the male reproductive part. Stamen has anther and filament. Anther produces dust-like particles called as pollen grains. These pollen grains contain male gametes. Gametes means reproductive cell. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. So now moving ahead, let's learn about the gynoecium. So what is gynoecium? It is the innermost wall of a flower. Okay? It is the innermost wall of a flower. And this is usually located at the center of a flower. So you can see three layers here, है ना? So this is your calyx, this is your corolla, and this is your androecium. So see, at the center, this region, right? This is your gynoecium. So always remember, it is usually located at the center of the flower. Dear students, it is located at the center of the flower. Moving ahead, what is this gynoecium? What is this gynoecium? It is a collection of reproductive units. It is the collection of reproductive units called carpels or pistils. Carpels or pistils. This means, my dear students, a carpel or a pistil is female reproductive part of a flower. It is the female reproductive part of a flower. Okay? Clear everyone? Okay? Do not get confused. Do not get confused. Carpel and pistil is one and the same. Carpel and pistil is one and the same. Okay? Stamen is the male reproductive part and carpel or pistil is the female reproductive part. Moving ahead, my dear students. This pistil comprises of three parts. This pistil comprises of three main parts. What are those? Stigma, style, ovary. Stigma, style, ovary. These three are the main parts of a pistil. ठीक है? Each pistil will have these three parts. ठीक है? How are you going to remember? I will give you a trick. She said okay. ठीक है? She said okay. So the S of she stands for stigma. ठीक है? And the S of said stands for style. And OK's O stands for ovary. हो गया ना आपके तीन parts, isn't it? Stigma, style, and ovary. So moving ahead, my dear students, what is the stigma? What is the stigma? So this is the topmost. The way our head is the topmost part of our body, similarly, the stigma is the topmost sticky part of pistil. Sticky part of pistil. This is your stigma. You will always find stigma on the top. Okay? And it is sticky in nature. Now the question arises, why is it sticky? Can you all guess and write it in comment box right now? Can you guess why is stigma sticky in nature? Okay. So do you remember I said you about pollen grains? Those dust-like particles? Can you recall the term which I use, pollination? Okay. So basically in pollination, these pollen grains must be transferred from anther onto the stigma of a flower. Okay. So now those pollen grains will stick. They are sticky in nature so that the pollen grains can be, it's just like a glue. So that pollen grains can be attached onto the stigma. So that is why they are the sticky part of a flower. So now this is responsible for receiving pollen grains. Okay? This is responsible for receiving pollen grains. So now we are done with stigma. Let's move ahead and let's learn the next part. That is your style. So this style acts like a straw or a tube. है ना? The way we use straw to drink juice, isn't it? Similarly, this style is it's a thin, long tube-like structure. It's a thin, long tube-like structure which is connecting stigma to the ovary. This is your stigma. This is your ovary. And what is there in between? It is the style. So style is connecting stigma to ovary. Style is connecting what? It is connecting stigma to ovary. This is the function of a style. So now let's learn about the ovary. What is this ovary? It is the swollen base. It is the swollen base of pistil. Okay, it is present here. Okay, if this is, okay, so here we go with the, yes. So this is your stigma, है ना? And this is your style, and this is your ovary. So it's a swollen part, है ना? That is the swollen base of pistil. So basically, you will find that inside the ovary there are ovules. These structures are ovules. ठीक है? These are ovules. So just recall, my dear students, the way anther contains pollen grain. Similarly, this ovary contains what? Ovary contains the ovules. Clear, everyone? Is this clear? Okay. So now, why is these ovules are present? Why are these ovules present? These ovules contains egg. These ovule contains egg, or you can say female gametes. Female gametes. That means eggs are the female reproductive cells. They are female reproductive cells. ठीक है? Is this clear? Okay. Ovule contains eggs or the female gametes. So basically, we all enjoy fruits, isn't it? We all enjoy eating fruits. Yes or no, students? Yes, we do, right? So basically, the ovary, right, the swollen base of pistil forms the fruit. It forms the fruit of the plant, whereas these ovules become seed. Whereas the ovules become seed. So now you understand why these different parts are present in the flower, isn't it? So let's do a quick recall. Let's recall it. So there are four main parts of a flower, right? Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Calyx is the collection of sepals. Corolla is the collection of petals. Androecium is the collection of stamens. Stamen is the male reproductive part. It has anther and filament. Anther contains pollen grains, and pollen grains carry what? Male gametes. Similarly, gynoecium is the collection of reproductive units called carpels or pistils. Pistil or carpel is the female reproductive part. It comprises of three parts again, isn't it? It comprises of three parts. They are stigma, style, and ovary. So stigma is the topmost part that is sticky in nature, which is responsible to receive what? Pollen grains. So now we have style. This style connects the stigma to the ovary. Ovary is the swollen base of a pistil. It contains ovules. So ovules carry eggs or female gametes. Okay? Now the ovary which forms into fruit and the ovules become seed. So these are the four main parts of a flower. So it's time to do an activity. Okay? So I'll be giving you 30 to 40 seconds now. So you have to identify and name the part in the comment section. So basically you have to name this part. Okay, these structures, and your time starts now. Okay, I can see few comments, few answers in the comment box. Great. See the color and try to identify it. And you have 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Okay, and there we go. Green leaf like structure, sepals, or you can even answer it as calyx, isn't it? Green color, very easy, right? Green color leaf like structures. No worries, we will do another one. So you have to identify this part, right, which is in red color. So identify what is this. This is quite easy, and your time starts now. Yes. Okay, so one option has been eliminated. Pretty good. I can see most of you are answering it properly. Great. Last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds, everyone. And the answer was very easy. The brightly colored part of a flower, petals. Isn't it? Petals. Very good. So here we go with another one. You have to identify this one. What is this? Your time starts now. Okay, no worries. Don't get confused. Take your time. What is this? Yes, this yellow region. Correct. This one. Great. Yes. You have 10 last seconds. 5 more. Very good. Very good. So some of you have said it as stamen. Correct. Some of you have answered it as, ma'am, it's anther and filament. Correct? Altogether it's a stamen. And most of you have said, ma'am, it's androecium, collection of stamen. Wonderful. So now we learned the different parts of a flower. है ना? So now let's learn types of flowers. Types of flowers. So based on the base male and female reproductive parts, we can classify the flower into two types. We can classify the flower into two types: monosexual flowers and bisexual flowers. ठीक है? We are going to classify the flowers on which type? On the basis of the reproductive parts. ठीक है? So we can classify into monosexual flowers and bisexual flowers. So what is this monosexual flowers? Mono means, what do you mean by mono? One, single, isn't it? So when a flower has either okay, stamen or pistil, either stamen or pistil, such type of flowers are called as monosexual flower. Such type of flowers are called as monosexual flowers. So this type of flower will contain only one reproductive part, that is either stamen or either pistil. So when the flowers have only stamen as their reproductive part, ठीक है? When the flowers have only stamen as their reproductive part, those flowers are male flowers. Those flowers are male flowers. Similarly, if a flower which has pistil as their reproductive parts, those flowers are considered as female flowers. Those flowers are considered as female flowers. So, the examples of monosexual flowers are papaya, watermelon, pumpkin, and cucumber. So, these are the examples of monosexual flower. So, what about a bisexual flower then? See, when a flower has both stamen and a pistil, bi means two. So when a flower has both stamen and pistil, such flowers are called as bisexual flowers. Such flowers are called as bisexual flowers, and these bisexual flowers has all the four whorls. All the four whorls. See, in monosexual flower, you will only find three whorls because it will contain only one reproductive part. So that means it will have calyx, corolla, androecium, or it will have calyx, corolla, gynoecium, isn't it? But in case of bisexual flower, you will find all the four whorls: calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Clear, everyone? Okay. So moving ahead, my dear students, here are some examples of bisexual flowers: rose, hibiscus, lily, and tulip. So yes, my dear students, you learned the detailed structure of flower, right? We answered to the questions: why flower is beautiful, why petals of flowers are so brightly colored, why they are so colorful, why do they produce different types of scents? Because of a reason, isn't it? And we also classified types of flowers based on their reproductive parts. See, here in YouTube session, you learned this concept in such an easy, in a detailed way, right? Most of the students like you have joined the ODA class and they're availing those benefits, attending the sessions of crash course and learning many things. So why are you waiting, right? What are you still waiting for, right? So grab up your seat right now. Get yourself booked for the crash course program. This is going to start from Monday. It's a week of fun learning where you can learn 6 chapters, 3 of maths and 3 of science in just 6 days, where you'll be also receiving a personal teacher. Here at ODA class, we followed dual teacher model. So in the live class, you will be having best master teachers who are going to teach you live. And after the class, you will be assigned with amazing mentor teacher who's going to give you post-class support. Mentor teachers are going to help you in solving your homeworks, preparing for your test, and not only this, we also provide books as study materials. Okay? All these amazing benefits you can avail right now by just clicking to that link that is there in the description box. You can see that description box below. You will find this link. Click to this link and get yourself enrolled at this price. Do not wait. Most of the students are already availing benefits from amazing sessions of Crash Course program. Not only this, my dear students, if you enroll, if you download this app, you're going to receive ODA coins. We want our students to learn and earn at the same times. And yes, we do appreciate our students through the ODA coins. What is the use of these coins? Collect these coins, visit our ODA mall that is there in app, and you can redeem all these gifts. So do not wait, get yourself enrolled, avail all those amazing benefits, and most importantly, do not forget to hit a like, share, and subscribe to our ODA's YouTube channel. And I'll be back with one more amazing session again. So till for now, do take care, stay healthy, stay awesome, and bye bye.